Have you ever wondered what horrors might lie in the depths of the woods, hidden from the untrained eye? Our story begins with two friends. Let's call them Jake and Tom. These two were more than just friends. They were adventure junkies, always seeking the thrill that only the unknown could provide. Their latest escapade? A camping trip deep into the heart of the forest, far from civilization. They set off on a sunny afternoon, their spirits high and their backpacks filled with all the necessities for a weekend in the wilderness. The journey to their camping spot was filled with laughter and the shared anticipation of the adventure to come. However, as the sun began to set and they pitched their tent under the darkening canopy, the first hint of unease began to creep in. Night fell, wrapping the woods in an impenetrable blackness that not even the brightest flashlight could fully pierce. The familiar sounds of crickets and the occasional rustle of wind through the leaves were their only company, but soon these comforting noises of nature were interrupted by something else. A low, eerie hum that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. They dismissed it as the wind, or perhaps some distant machinery, but when their belongings started to go missing, they could no longer ignore the growing sense of dread. First, it was just a can of beans. Then, a flashlight. Items that could easily be misplaced, they reasoned. But when Tom woke up one morning to find his backpack, with all his clothes, food and supplies, gone, the situation escalated from puzzling to downright terrifying. They searched the surrounding area, but there was no sign of the missing items or any clue as to where they could have gone. The fear was palpable now, a third companion on their trip that neither had invited nor wanted. They decided to cut their adventure short and head back home the next morning. But when Jake woke up with the dawn, Tom was gone. His sleeping bag was empty, his shoes still neatly placed by the tent entrance. No note, no signs of struggle, just gone. Jake searched for hours, his calls for Tom echoing unanswered through the silent forest. The dreadful hum, now louder than ever, seemed to mock his desperation. The woods, once a place of beauty and adventure, were now a labyrinth of fear, every tree a potential hiding place, every shadow a potential threat. As the sun rose, so did the realization of his friend's disappearance. The woods were no longer a place of adventure, but a nightmare that swallowed his friend. And as Jake finally made his way out of the forest and back to civilization, he couldn't help but wonder, what horrors might lie in the depths of the woods, hidden from the untrained eye? Ever imagined being trapped in the woods, calling out for help, but no one answers? Picture this, a group of eager campers, their hearts buzzing with excitement, their minds filled with the promise of a night under the stars. Their laughter echoes through the woods, bouncing off the trees and into the cool night air. They are blissfully unaware of the eerie silence that has fallen over the forest. They are oblivious to the fact that the woods are watching, waiting. As the night progresses, a chilling wind whispers through the trees, carrying with it a sound that sends shivers down their spines. A scream, a desperate, gut-wrenching cry for help. The laughter dies in their throats, replaced by a cold dread that grips their hearts. The woods are no longer a place of beauty and tranquility, but a dark, terrifying abyss. The brave among them decide to track down the source of the screams, their flashlights cutting through the darkness like swords. They comb through the dense underbrush, their ears straining for any hint of the distressed caller. But the woods are a labyrinth, a maze of trees and shadows that seems to swallow up the cries for help. The screams continue, echoing through the woods, bouncing off the trees and piercing their hearts. Yet, despite their best efforts, they find nothing. No sign of the person in distress, no trace of a struggle, nothing but the chilling screams that seem to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. The despair of not being able to help, the frustration of not finding the source, and the fear of the unknown gradually set in, turning their exciting camping trip into a horrifying experience. They call out into the darkness, their voices desperate. "We're here to help! Where are you?" But the only response they receive is the howling wind and the continuous screams. The woods remain silent, indifferent to their pleas. The trees stand tall and imposing, their shadows dancing menacingly under the pale moonlight. The campers huddle together, their bodies trembling, their eyes wide with fear. The once comforting crackle of the campfire now seems ominous, the flickering flames casting eerie shadows on their faces. The screams resonate in the silence of the night, a chilling symphony of terror. Every rustle of the leaves, every snap of a twig sends them into a panic. Their minds race with horrifying scenarios. Are they the next victims? Is the screamer a ghost, a creature of the night, a victim of a horrifying accident, or worse, a bait to lure them into a trap? The possibilities are endless, each more terrifying than the last. The night stretches on, an endless expanse of darkness and fear. The screams continue, a constant reminder of the terror lurking in the woods. They are trapped in a nightmare, a terrifying reality that is far worse than any ghost story. As dawn broke, the screams ceased. The woods stood silent as if mocking their futile attempts. The unanswerable screams of the night remained a chilling memory. The campers emerged from the woods, their faces pale, their eyes haunted. Their laughter, their excitement, their joy, replaced by a bone-chilling fear that would stay with them forever. The woods had revealed its true nature, a place of beauty during the day, a place of terror during the night. The unanswered cries for help, the fruitless search, the terror-filled night, they all served as a chilling reminder of the unknown dangers lurking in the woods. The screams may have ceased with the break of dawn, but their echoes would forever haunt the campers. A chilling memory of the night when the woods answered their laughter with screams. The woods, a place of serene beauty, can hide deep, chilling secrets. Our journey through these two tales has taken us down paths of suspense and terror, where campers have faced the unthinkable. The lingering mysteries and unsolved enigmas only add to their chilling resonance. The fear endures, the suspense remains. In the silence of the woods, the echoes of these chilling tales linger, a haunting reminder of the unknown horrors that might lurk in the shadows.